Sierra.
And you're watching Disney Channel.
And I hope you enjoy day 1 of Vlogmas, my makeup routine. I feel like I've been getting so many questions on my makeup routine, but I've never actually made a video on it. Actually, I did, but that one was like super bad. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not even gonna hold you. So I decided to create another one for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. A lot of my products are from Sephora and Ulta, mostly Ulta if I'm being honest with you, but I will try to link them in the description or put them somewhere on the screen. This is my everyday, super simple, glowy makeup routine. If you are not a glowy type of girl, you don't like natural makeup, I don't think this is a video for you. But if you do, definitely tune in. And this is literally why I like being a girl. Let's make this video like a Vogue, like get ready with me. Yeah, you love that. Yeah. So I already did my skincare routine. I always like to do my skincare routine right before I start my makeup routine, just because I feel like my makeup looks so much better and it's so moisturized. First thing I start with is the primer. I use this primer that I got from MAC. It is so hydrating and I absolutely love it. I love to do a primer that is lightweight. I was using e.l.f. before and I feel like it wasn't as lightweight and it wasn't really working that well on my skin. So I went to Ulta and they recommended this. So I don't like to use my hands, so I use a brush for this step. I don't like touching my face too much with my bare hands, and then I'll just start rubbing it on my face, kind of like lotion. Like I said, it's so moisturizing and it also adds a little bit of highlight to my face overall.
2,000 years later.
This is how it looks. Look at that highlight. When the summer comes, it's literally gonna be amazing. Okay, for my next step, I like to go in with some foundation. Now, sometimes I don't use foundation. Other times I kind of just want so I do go in with the MAC Studio Fix foundation. It does have SPF 15 in it, which I love. Again, this is so good for the summer. Not even the summer, but just like the sun in general. Now it is 24-hour matte foundation, but I will say it is not oily at all. I don't have oily skin. I actually have normal skin, but sometimes with different makeup products, my skin tends to be extremely oily, which I do not like. I got it in the shade NC63. Oh my god, I feel like a girl right now. Don't judge me on my brushes. My brushes are all mixed up. I actually have to get more brushes. I use my contour brush for the foundation. Don't judge. What I like to do is I'll squirt some on my hand. Very light amount, because again, super light coverage. I am not a heavy makeup girly, so I'll like even it out around my face, and then I'll just rub it in. And that is what she's giving right now. Now, I did skip my eyebrows. I know you guys are like, where's the eyebrows? But sometimes I do it at the beginning, sometimes I do it at the end. I guess I'm doing it at the end now because I forgot, but we'll get to that step. Okay, so next is my concealer. I love the NARS concealer. I've been using it for a long time. Don't mind me, I have it in a travel size because that's all they had in stock, and I was like, I'll go to another store. So this is in the shade Deep 1 Cafe. Another thing about my concealer that I want to know is sometimes I'll put a lot under my eye, but sometimes I'll put very little. It depends on where I'm going and what I'm doing. And then I'll drag some up over there. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more actually, just so you guys can see a more full look. Add some here. Now we're not gonna be done with the concealer just yet, but we're gonna go into the contour. Okay, so I use the Makeup by Mario contour that I got from Sephora. It is in the shade Dark Deep. Honestly, I don't know if this is the best concealer for me, but I feel like one thing it does do is make my skin look very like airbrush and smooth, so I kept using it. I don't know if I should go with a darker tone, but this is what I'm using for now. I actually talked about this in one of my videos and I love it because it has a brush that comes with it. So this is what it looks like, and then you just twist it. So then I just go right here and then I'll drag it out right above that concealer. And then I also like to apply it on the nose. And that's what it's doing so far. I usually like do this whole routine in like 5 minutes. So funny.
2,000 years later.
So while the concealer is still setting just a little bit, I like to just go in and brush it. Let's blend the concealer. So sometimes I will say I will use this Makeup by Mario brush. I don't know if it's necessarily meant for concealer, but again, Amaya does what she wants. Or I'll go in with this beauty blender, and lately I've been going in with the beauty blender because I feel like it blends more. So I'll just go around my mouth first to start off with. Bend lightly. I don't start all the way up here, but I start down here for blending the concealer. and then I'll work my way up. Also try to make sure you are not packing the concealer all over your face, because trust me, it creates so much more work and it just looks insane in the end. That's how she's looking so far. I like to sometimes go back in with my concealer and drag it right underneath where the contour was, just to give a more defining look. And then I'll go in with that concealer. And again, make sure you're not dragging it, just because you want that placement to just be there and not all over your face. And I will go back in and add a little bit more. Also some in the middle of my eyebrows. Okay, so that is what she's looking like right now. Very smooth, very cutesy. Next is my favorite part, and this is the blush. I use two different blushes. My favorite is actually between the two. It has to be the Giorgio Armani. I think it's absolutely adorable. I actually found it because this girl that runs track, who won the hurdles at the Olympics, she was wearing this blush, and I was like, girl, like, not you crossing the line in blush is like literally so bomb. But yeah, I got this from Sephora. It is a little bit pricey, but it's just a perfect shade. It's that reddish orange look that I absolutely love, and I think it looks so good on my skin. And then we have the Patrick Ta in the shade She's a Doll. I like the Patrick Ta, but I feel like I feel like the shades that I got were a little bit too much, too bright for my skin tone. I am dark skinned, and this is giving well. So for the blush, because it's very pigmented, I like to apply it on my hand first. With the Makeup by L'Oreal brushes, I like to just dab it on. This is meant to be a foundation brush, but I genuinely feel like it seeps into my skin so much better when I use this blush, you guys. Like I have to use it. So I'll just apply it all the way up here, and then I'll work my way down. You don't want to start here just because you're gonna look like a clown.
I should like that.
So I'll start very small and just build my way up. Like, I don't even know if you guys can see, but it just looks so good. Like, I literally love that for me. Well, make sure you don't stack it too much when you're applying blush, just because you don't want it to give clown on one side and then it's gonna mess up the whole makeup look, so just be patient. Now, so I heard that whenever you apply a cream blush, you also want to go in with a powder. So that is what this is for, and instead of using this powder, I will go in with the lighter shade and dab it on very light.
It was not light.
But I'll just rub it on my finger a little bit, and then I'll just start here, do the same thing. So cute. I love to look like I don't have makeup on, but like I have makeup on. And I feel like in person, this whole look has got so many compliments. I'm like, people are like, oh, I like your makeup. I'm like, ooh, I guess I know how to do makeup. Like, it's eating. That is what it's looking like for right now. This makeup routine is gonna be so out of order because that is genuinely how I do my makeup. I don't like there's any order necessarily with certain products.
So bear with me.
But we're gonna be adding this Valentino eyeliner. I actually got this in PR. It has two sides to it, and this is the first side, and it's just a pencil. This is the second side. When I tell you this stuff stays on, it's literally like a marker. Like, you have to scrub it off for it to actually come off. What I like to do, I'm not an eyeliner girl, but I do like that wing. So I'll just apply it at the edge, just like that, just a little bit. And then I'll kind of like rub it in. This is the drugstore makeup product that I think is so bomb. Got it from Walmart. Using this Morphe brush, an eyeshadow brush, but that's what I'm gonna use. So I just go in with the contour, and I'm literally like almost done with it. And I apply it on my nose, just for like extra definition. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Brow Freeze, and you guys, before I was using the e.l.f. something brow freeze that I literally got from God knows where, and it was not working. I was like, what is this? This is literally water. One of the girls at Ulta literally recommended that I get this brow freeze, and it's so good. So this is what the spoolie looks like, and the first edge on top I go in with just to lift all of my brow hairs, and then I go in with this side to just kind of make sure it has that feathery effect. When I dip it in, make sure to wipe some off because it is super sticky. Not sticky, but like, so literally just apply it like that. And make sure I brush all of my hairs up first. With this product, you have to be sure to work a little fast, just because it does freeze really quickly. And once it's frozen, you don't want that frozen. Once it's already in place, you don't want to get that white casting. It doesn't really do the white casting unless like you rub it in a lot like that. That's why I say to just like work fast. Before actually filling in my eyebrows, I like for it to dry just because it is kind of wet, and if you try going with the eyebrow pencil afterwards, it literally doesn't work. So now it is time to use the Anastasia brow pencil. Is it? Never mind.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I start my brows different every time. I will start at the edge, and then I'll work my way to the tail and just filling everything in. I want like darker brows but not too dark, and I don't know how to do that because I like a feathery look, like I like natural. And I go in and the smaller hairs that are non-existent, I try to draw them in. Just work on the other side. No specific way that I like to do my brows, but I try to make them as similar as possible and not too bulky. There was literally a phase where I was literally having like a black on my eyebrows and I looked insane, and that was last year. So the fact that that's so recent is very scary. I want the majority of my face, so now we're going to go in with some cinnamon bun. Also, I've been using this setting powder, which is really good, but another setting powder that I absolutely adore, just want to show you guys, is the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. So for the setting powder, let me know which one you guys use. So you can use a powder puff or you can use a beauty blender, which I did not know until I saw someone use a beauty blender. I'm like, ooh, let me try that. It's so much easier anyways. And honestly, I've been liking the beauty blender more than the actual powder puff, which is weird. But of course I have it in pink, and I got a pack of these from Shein if you're interested, I guess. So what I'll do is I'll squeeze it super tight, and I'll dip it in the powder. I have to like stretch my face so it doesn't get super creasy underneath my eyes. So I start underneath my eyes and try to get underneath them super well around my nose, and then I will just drag it up. I want to be a UK girly so bad and apply a lot of setting powder, a heavy amount, but I'm just so scared, so I don't. But I go in with a light amount, enough so that the pores are not showing and it gives that like airbrushed effect. Then I just want to go in everywhere that I applied that concealer before. And again, especially underneath that contour, because it gives that defining look. That is it for setting powder. And honestly, there's no particular mascara that I feel like is better than other. I don't really try mascara like that. I just get the one that looks the best. Maybe it's this mascara, maybe it's not, but my eyelashes have been growing extremely long. Putting like the eyelash clusters on my actual lashes, and before, like in the summer, I would use size 11 and they wouldn't reach the tip of my natural lashes. Now my own lashes are past that size 11, so I think that says a lot. And even when I do apply clusters, I do not like the lashes that have the dark band. It has to be like clear so that when you apply it, it doesn't look clumpy. I don't like that spider look. I want to get very natural. So that is what my mascara looks like once it's applied, and I think it just enhances my eyes. Look so good. So I go in with the MAC alcohol free setting spray. I do like to double set my face because I don't want my makeup rubbing all over my clothes or anything. I used to not do this step, but I feel like it adds that like glowy effect that I really like. Like I said, I love like a natural skin like type makeup routine. So now the lip routine, because we can't go out with no ashy lips. And so I go in with two basic lip liners, and I want to start getting into more lip liners, but I haven't yet. So these are the two that I always use. This is from the beauty supply store, and it's just this dark lip liner. Now I used to like this lip liner a lot, but I stopped blocking it because I don't want that super dark edge around my lips. I just don't like that for my face anymore. And then I just blend it in a little bit with my finger. And after, this is the NYX matte lip liner in the shade Cold Brew, and I'll just go over the previous shade and it like blends it out. I love that. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia today. Why did I forget that I had this entire time? That is so insane right now. A little like combo real quick. This is the soft matte lip cream from NYX, again in the shade London. I don't like a lot of this because it looks crazy. I'll dab, and then I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Cotton Candy, also Boombox in the shade White Russian. Boombox is usually like my go-to. I love it a lot, so good. And then I would just go in with a super cute lip gloss from the Beauty Supply as always. And that's what my lips are looking like. Super cute, I love. This is the final product, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed my makeup routine. I'm still learning, but this is what I do every day. And I do get a lot of compliments on it, to be honest. Like, I feel like I'm such a beginner, but I'll like be surprised when people like compliment me on it, because it's like, girl, like I'm just getting started. But this is it, you guys. I hope you enjoy. This is a simple everyday makeup routine that I feel like is super easy to follow with basic products, and I absolutely adore it. So cute.